guys, it's Loves to Loom here. Today I will be showing you how to create the really cool Whack-A-Mole bracelet. This was created by NixKnox21 on Instagram. I think she did fabulous. I will have her profile information below so you can check her out and give her a follow if you would like. She has some really cool designs out there already. This one here does take approximately 145 bands if you're using 2 looms. And if you only want to use 1 loom, it only takes about 60. So it is actually named after the arcade game Whack-A-Mole, when the little heads pop up and you have to like knock them down. And that is based off of the way the little minnows pop up. So yeah, without wasting any more of your time, let's go ahead and get started. To make this bracelet, you will need 1 loom. I am going to use 2 looms just to avoid an extension. You want them set up like a normal stagger position. And then I have one set up in front of the other since I am using 2 looms. So the first bands we're going to lay will be our border bands. So that will be the pink one here and white on this one. So I'm going to use limited edition purple, dark purple. We're going to lay 1 at the very beginning for when we close it up. And then we're just going to lay our perimeter going up each side. So I'll go out to my left and then the right. And then we will follow that all the way up each side. So I'll just start on my right side. Now if you are using 2 looms, you may not need to go all the way to the end. I actually leave 6 empty, so basically I count up 20. Okay, so that is all I need for that side, and then I will bring it into the center. And then you would just come back to the beginning. And we will do the same thing on the opposite side, going up 20, well 20 for me. So I'll go ahead and get this side laid really quick, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so once you have both of those completed, come back to the beginning. And now we are going to lay, basically it's going to be like an upside down V. And that is going to be the pink that's on this bracelet and the black that's on this one. So that's what we're going to lay right now. So I'm going to use my pearl, my limited edition pearl, starting on my left. I'm just going to start here and bring it into the center, and then do the same on the right, bring it into the center. So again, it's like an upside down V. You're going to come up to the next pin. You're going to do the exact same thing. Then come up to the next one and lay another one. And we do this all the way up. So it's really easy. So just continue laying these, and when I come back, I will show you what to do next. So when you reach the top, it should be looking like this. The last one is going to be one before the ending. So then you're just going to want to push them down some and come back to the beginning. We're going to lay our next layer, which is going to be very similar to what we just did. So this is actually going to be the color we laid now is what's going to be the pink, the dark pink that is like popping up. And it's like the turk or teal on this one. So the part that pops up is what we're laying now. And that I'm going to use my Gemstones Purple, which I love, by the way. I think it's so pretty. So we're going to be laying an upside down V, except instead of I'm doing it to this pin, we're going to stretch it up to the second pin. So starting right here, you're going to not go to this one, you're going to pass it and go to the second one. Like so. So starting here, you're going to stretch it up. So it's like an extended V. Come up to the next one, do the same thing. Come up to the next. So just make sure you're connecting it to the second one and not that first one. So you should be getting some good tension on that. So just like the first time, we're going to lay these upside down V's all the way up. And if anyone's not aware and you're wondering where I got my bands from, all of my products are from rainbowloom.com. So I'm going to get my last couple ones laid, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Alrighty, so this is what your loom should look like, all the way up. So now we need to lay our last layer, which is super duper easy. And this is going to be the band that is inside. So it is the blue one on here. Let's see, there we go. I was going to use clear, but for the video's sake, I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing, so I'm now going to use gold mint. So what we're going to do is, starting on the very first row here, we're just going to stretch one single band straight across like so. You're going to go up to the very next pins and do the same thing. So we're just going to stretch a horizontal band straight across every single row. Easy, right? And just like everything else, we're going to do this until we reach the top. And you are going to lay one on that last row as well. So once you do that, I would just push everything down a little bit. And then you can turn your loom around. And now we're going to grab whatever color you used for the border so we can make a cat band. So for me it's purple, well, dark purple. And we're going to make a cat band on that center pin, like so. And now we can start looping. So the first thing we're going to do is loop all of our, and now that we turned our loom around, I'll refer to them as V's, but we're going to loop the long stretched V's, which for me is that light purple right here. So going into your cat band, it will be, once you move the cat band, it will be the very top layer. So there's going to be two bands. You can do it, you can grab them both at once, or you can grab one at a time, and you're going to bring that forward. So I'll do my first couple ones one at a time. And they both come forward like so. And then we would go into the next pin, and it is going to be some tension. Move them, and you're going to do the same thing. Grab your top band, bring it forward. Go back in, grab the second band, and also bring that forward. And we will keep doing that. So coming up to the third one, move the top layers out of the way and bring those top two bands forward. So you can do it one at a time like that, or you can move these out of the way and grab the top two. Whoops. Grab the top two at once like that. But it is a little bit harder because it's pretty tight. So it's definitely up to you. Doesn't make a difference. But make sure if you're grabbing two, that you're only grabbing two and you're not grabbing the underneath ones. See, it's kind of hard to reattach if you do it that way. I personally like to do one at a time. What did I do? Oh. I'm stuck. So we're going to do this all the way up. So just keep bringing the top two bands forward. And then when I am completed, I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alrighty, so I've reached the top of my loom. So it should look like this. There's not going to be anything connecting to the very top. It'll be the second to the last. So come back down to the beginning. And now we're going to loop the next set of V bands. So these are going to be the pearl bands, which start on this pin here. But we're going to start by looping in the center. So go to the second pin. You're going to push anything on top out of the way. And you're going to have two bands inside of there. And it is very tight. And of course, using limited edition bands, it's a lot tighter. Okay, so you're going to grab the top band. And it's going to come to the left. But you're not going to bring it back to itself. You're going to bring it up to the second pin. So don't bring it here, bring it up one. Go back in the center, grab the bottom band, and bring it up. So you're bringing it diagonal up to the right. So come to this pin here, do the same thing. Move those top bands, grab the top band in here, and loop it diagonal up to the left. So it always goes up to the second one. Like so. Can't get comfortable. So go ahead and get these loomed out, and then I'll come back and show you what we're going to do next. So when you reach the very top two, the very last V bands that you have to loop, you're going to have to bring them to this pin again. So we already looped one there, but obviously we don't have any more pins up there to connect it to. So you're just going to be bringing the last one back to itself. Like so. So you'll have two of those bands on the top two pins. So this is what your loom should be looking like. So you're going to want to just push everything down, because now we are going to loop our horizontal bands, which for me is the green. So I would just push them down a bit. And we're going to start on the right side every time, and we're going to be crossing them back and forth. So starting on the right, you're going to pick the green band up, or whatever your horizontal band is. You're going to bring it over to the left pin and reconnect it, like so. Then you're going to go inside that pin, move that top band that you just connected, grab the bottom green, or bottom part of that band, and you're going to bring it and reconnect it to the right. So we're basically swapping sides. You're going to do that again. So you're going to grab the right band. We're going to cross it over and connect it to the left pin. Make sure you're going inside the pin. Move the top band. Grab the second band, which is the bottom part of that same band. And you're going to cross it back over and reconnect it to the right. Make sure you're getting inside any bands that are on the pin. Move it out of the way. Grab your horizontal band. Cross it over to the left. Now you have to go inside two bands, because we now have this white one. We didn't have those ones on these first two pins. So move the top two bands. Grab the third band. Cross it over. Reattach it to the right. And we'll keep repeating that. And just be careful. I'm using limited edition, so it probably is a lot more tension. But it is very tight, so just take your time. I have been doing a little bit of different editing as far as the music goes lately. I'm sure you've noticed. So if you guys could just comment below if you like the music playing, like when I'm not explaining and I'm just looming and it's quiet. Do you like when I have that music on in the background? Like, you know, kind of quietly playing? Or would you rather it just be silent? I do appreciate your feedback. So please let me know, and any other tips or suggestions for my videos, anything that can make it better, please comment below. I'd greatly appreciate it. So we're going to keep just doing that all the way up. I'm going to go ahead off camera and just get mine finished. If you're having any problems, just watch the previous instructions, and I will be right back. Okay, so come back to the beginning. We have one more thing to do before we loop up our border band. So if you're looking at the side here, we have 4 bands, with exception of the first 2. These 2 don't count. But looking at all of these pins here, we have 4 bands. We need to grab the 4th band, so the very bottom band, not including the border band. We need to just bring it up and over. So we are actually going to start on the 2nd pin. So this is the first one. Skip that one. Come to the 2nd row. This 2nd one only has the 3 bands. We're going to grab that 3rd band, and you're going to just flip it up, like so. Coming to the next one, and going forward, there's going to be 4 bands on all of them. You're going to be grabbing the 4th band. And you're just going to flip that up. So it's basically the very bottom band, except if you're not referring to the border. So that bottom band just needs to get flipped up. Just bring it over the pin like so. And it'll just sit right here. So then, of course, you would do the same thing on the right side. Just flipping up that very bottom band. Make sure you start on the 2nd pin. It's a little awkward on this side for me. Grabbing the 3rd one on the 2nd pin, bringing it up. And then on all of the other ones, it's that 4th band that will get flipped up. Sorry, but this is like an awkward angle for me. But just keep flipping that up, and then we can come back and do the border. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now we only have the border left to loop. So just make sure your loom looks like this. Come back to the beginning. Go in your cap band. And you're going to loop the top band back to itself. To the right, and the next one to the left. And then we'll just go up the sides. So just make sure you're getting inside all of the bands that are above the border. Grab the bottom and bring it forward. Any typical border. And of course you're going to do this on both sides. So just to save on some time, I'm going to go ahead and get my border looped up since it's very straightforward. And I will be back in a moment to show you the finished product. When you reach the top, you should have brought the left one into the center and the right one into the center. And you're going to locate that band that we laid here at the beginning, at the bottom of the pin. You're going to move everything inside that pin out of the way. Grab a hold of that side of the band and bring them together. And that is where we will attach our C-clip. Like so. And the bracelet does have a lot of tension, so you're not going to be able to just rip it off of the loom, nor do I recommend it. So I would take a moment and just pop the sides off before you pull up on the middle. So when you first take it off of the loom, it's going to look like this, and it may be kind of flat. Something that I recommend is grabbing it by the sides and going like that and kind of squeezing it. And basically by doing that, it pops up that middle more and it pushes the border down a little bit. It's not something you have to do, but that is how I got the end result that I did, by pushing it down, and it puts that border more on the sides opposed to being flat. So it depends on the look that you're going for. And then to close it up, it's very easy. Just locate that C-clip and your cap band and connect like so. And there you have the completed Whack-A-Mole bracelet created by NixKnox21 on Instagram. I really think she did a fabulous job. It's super cute. Hope you guys like it as much as I do. If you do, please hit the like button below. It definitely helps us out. And if you do make it, you can find myself, Loves to Loom, and NixKnox21 on Instagram. Please tag us so we can see your rendition of it. We would love to see it. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you at my next video. Bye!